Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today, the day of recording at least, the Black Friday event has gone live in the Armory. The Black Friday event is one of the more highly anticipated events during the year. Why, if you're new here? Well, you see, Wargaming has, for the past, I think, 5 years now, been doing this event, and each year they introduce a set of black ships. They are the same ships as their premium counterparts. They're just a copy of them with a cool black camo on them, which you can even take off and they look like the normal premium ship, and a B behind their name. Other than that, they are literally the exact same ship as their standard premium version. And every year so far, when the Black Friday event goes live, the ships from the previous years return in order for you to purchase them. So, since, of course, many a premium ship has been removed from this game, or removed from sale, I should say, this is one of the ways you can pick up some of those rare premium ships. Albeit, yes, it's not the normal premium ship, but it still is exactly the same, so it's a good time to pick up those ships if you missed them when they were put on sale all those years ago. So that's why so many players are reasonably excited for when these events come up, or this event comes up, I should say. Now, why would you even care about getting any of the other ships in the Black Friday event? Well, because they are typically sold at a bit of a discount, and a good amount of them can be picked up for doubloons this year, although some have been removed from that option, of which I'm not a fan of. And of course, the ones they remove from that option are, well, the more popular ones that you will want to pick up naturally. But anyway, yeah, so you can pick up some of these ships for, well, a lot of these ships for doubloons, and they're already at a pretty good discount in the Armory. So if you've saved up some doubloons during the year, you can potentially get like a tier 8 premium ship for fairly cheap during this event because it's already on sale. If you got a couple thousand doubloons sitting around, you may only need to pick up a little bit more in order to get that premium ship. On top of that as well, if you do just play through the game in this event and you do get a Black Friday container, you could potentially get a ship from that. And even if you get a ship that you already have, you do get compensated for that. It's like if you have, let's say, an Alabama, and you pick up an Alabama B in a container, you get a combat mission that will reward you with 2,500 doubloons, which you can, of course, put aside and save for later, or you can, throw that back into the gambling machine and gamble away for some more Black Friday containers. Some ships get doubloons and coal, some ships get doubloons and free XP. There's a nice little handy dandy chart here that shows you that, and I'll throw that up on screen. But yeah, that's how the refund, I guess, or the what's it called, the rebate works this year. So that's why you may want to pick up some of the standard ships. And of course, if you've just been looking at a standard ship that you maybe wanted to pick up and it's just a little bit too pricey, now could be the time for you to do that. But some other things are new this year in the event. So they added in a feature that's very much like the summer sale event, where when you buy Black Friday containers, you get a Black Friday token. So it's at a ratio of 1 token per container. And as you accumulate these tokens, either by getting Black Friday containers from wherever, I think you have to actually buy them in order to acquire them. Now that I'm looking at the event, as you're buying these Black Friday containers, you get these tokens, and with these tokens, you can buy these discount coupons. There's one for a 30% discount, one for a 50% discount, and one for an 80% discount. So that means as you spend money, you can potentially be saving these tokens in order to save money. Now again, they are coming at you at the rate of 1 per container, so in order to get like the 80% discount coupon, which looks mega attractive, right, you have to buy 50 Black Friday containers, and that'll run you about $200. I think it's safe to say you should probably just buy what you want at that point, right? And the Black Friday coupon, it's only applicable to the San Diego, the Huron, and the Duplay. San Diego and Huron are pretty solid in my opinion. Do play, I haven't really played too much of her. So that's the coupons that you can obtain this year. And you can also exchange these tokens for the monochrome destruction effect. If you look in the armory, you can, it's a nice little, cool little different set of explosions and fires when you destroy an enemy ship, or some 6-point commanders, or some shields for your player badge. Now, on to the ships. What ships do I think you should acquire from this event? Well, in my humble opinion, there's only really 3 ships you should be going after in this event. Now, of course, this is my opinion. Others may vary. But, I mean, truth be told, a lot of the ships in the Black Friday event, like, if you literally look at the top row, Napoli, Yoshino, Iwami, Palmer, and Kearsarge, those are all already coal ships, and you can get those ships for free. Like, yeah, you're getting them at a bit of a discount here, because they are discounted from the normal tier 10 premium price, but again, these are ships that you can just get for free via coal, right? So there's no real need to go after those. In this event, I think if you're going to spend money on it, the 3 ships you should be going after are 1, the Jean Bar, 2, the Alaska, and 3, the Massachusetts. These ships have been removed from the game and are no longer for sale. Jean Bar, I won't spend too much time on her because I made a whole video dedicated to her last week. But basically, she's a turbocharged Richelieu, more accurate 15-inch French guns, better reload time, get the reload booster on those guns, and improved AA. But it's all strapped to a tier 8 hull, so you are a little bit squishy there. That's the one I would go for first, and if you're only going to spend, so much money on this event, that's where I would spend it. Number 2 would be the Alaska, which is a very, very close number 2. The reason I put the Alaska as number 2 is because the Jean Bar is very easy to play if you are a battleship player. Very simple. You don't really have to, you just play like a normal battleship, right? Or if you've played the Richelieu, which many of you have, you just play it like that and she'll be quite good at printing credits. The Alaska, who's also a tier 9, is a bit more difficult to play. You do have to be more conscious because of, well, it is a cruiser. Like, yes, it's a large cruiser. It has lots of health for a cruiser, but it is still, a little bit more squishy than something like a Jean Bar, right? Although, again, for a cruiser, she is very tough. But you get the American Super Heavy AP on 305mm guns, which is very, very nice. When running up against other cruisers, Alaska, if you got their broadside, you're going to absolutely murder their HP. The HE is also quite viable as well on the Alaska. So in those situations where, you can't chunk something with your AP, like let's say you run into a bunch of battleships like what you've been watching in the background game, you can very easily swap to HE and just burn down the enemy ships. What you can't Citadel with the Alaska, you can melt with her HE. She is that good. You also get the American radar on top of a hill and a hydroacoustic search consumable, all at the same time. So I mean that's pretty nice to have on your ship. And you can swap out that hydro for DFAA, and you can swap out the radar for a fighter or a spotter. Don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. So she's tough. She has a heal on top of all that as well. Her guns are fairly accurate. I mean, like, she is a large cruiser, battle cruiser, if you will. Don't tell the U.S. Navy I called her that. But she does have that faster reload time on the guns than compared to something like, of course, a battleship. So her shells, while sometimes they do kind of go all over the place, you've got another salvo coming up not too long after that. And with, of course, the nice guns and the good survivability for being a cruiser, you can do a lot in the Alaska. She's a Tier 9 premium as well, so she does get that improved economy on top of all that. So another lovely credit printer here. Great in ranked. If you ever have Tier 9 ranked, if you ever get there, excellent ship for ranked. Again, with that utility and her toughness and her guns. All right, and then my third recommendation to you guys would, of course, be the Massachusetts. The Massachusetts, I mean, it's just a fun ship. You get the American 16-inch guns with her American AP. The hull of the Alabama, right, because the Alabama and Massachusetts are the same class, so much tougher than the North Carolina, which allows you to get in there and use her improved secondaries to do, well, a lot of damage to the enemy ships. The Massachusetts is the fun choice. The Jean Bar and the Alaska, like, they're both fun too, but I'm suggesting them because if you're going to dump in the case of the Massachusetts, I'm sorry, in the case of the Jean Bar and the Alaska, $65 on the game, those guys will solve your credit problems once you figure out how to play them. Now, obviously, again, too, if you haven't played up to Tier 9 and you're planning on sticking with the game, yeah, I would pick them up right now because this is the only time out of the year that they do come up for sale, and they are available right now. But I wouldn't go hop in them right away. Get to Tier 9 first, and then go play those ships, right? But yeah, like, if you're going to drop $65, $66 on the game, the Tier 9 premium ships have the best economy in the game. So if you can find a Tier 9 premium ship that you can do well in, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys can do very well in Jean Bar, that's the ship you want to go with, because that's going to give you guys the best bang for your buck. It's going to print credits for you left, right, and center once you figure out how it works. The Massachusetts, well, yes, she is still a premium ship and she has an improved economy. It's the Tier 8 premium economy, which is still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but, again, if you're going to drop money on the game, you want to get the best bang for your buck. Granted, she is only $36 because she's marked down by 30% compared to the Jean Bar and the Alaska, who are only marked down by 15%, but yeah, again, there's a reason they're more expensive because you can get a lot more out of them. But yeah, Massachusetts is a fun ship. If you want nothing more than one of the most enjoyable ships in the game, if you like brawling, you always wanted to brawl with an American battleship, look no further than the Massachusetts, at least at Tier 8, right? She gets the improved American Hill and the improved American Damage Con as well, so she's a really, really tough brawling American battleship. And again, the third ship I would recommend you pick up in this event. Now, the rest of them, again, like I said, a lot of these ships are coal ships. Quite a few of them are. The rest of them, well, they're still available throughout the year. And there are times when there are sales in the game or when Wargaming will give you a coupon, like for your birthday. So there are other opportunities to purchase these guys at a reduced cost. And again, you've got a whole slew of ships in here. There are literally coal ships that you can get for free. So there's that. But again, if you have been wanting an Atago, a Tirpitz, a Chikhalov, a Graf Zeppelin, a Loyang, a Black, an Atlanta, and, you see them now and they're discounted and, you just want to pick the ship up for cheap, sure, go ahead. I mean, they are at a discount right now in this event, so sure, go ahead, pick one up. For if you're cool with it, just having a black camo and having the B name, the B letter behind its name, yeah, go for it. I mean, it's on sale, so why not? But again, if you're looking to get the best bang for your buck and what I would recommend you guys get from the event, again, number 1, Jean Bar, number 2, Alaska, number 3, Massachusetts. So that's what I would recommend. As far as like the containers go, my thing about the containers is that, well, yeah, sure, you can buy the container and you can try your luck at getting a black ship. Sure, you could get one container, have the luck of the Irish, and pull a Jean Bar from it. Cool. Congratulations. And yeah, if you look at the list of ships, if you have somehow managed to acquire a bunch of these black ships, and you've got it whittled down to like Jean Bar, Alaska, I don't know, Kearsarge, and the Massachusetts, then yeah, you're guaranteed to get one of those 4 ships, because if you already have the ship that it rolls, it will re-roll until you get a ship that until it lands on a ship that you don't have. So there is that, but again, I doubt very many of you have, 2/3 of the Black Friday fleet in your port, unless you are just a mega whale, right? You have a 12% chance of getting these ships from the containers, and every 15 containers you are guaranteed to get a ship. That's the pity drop for these Black Friday containers this year. So like every 15 containers you are going to get a ship. So yeah, but again, you could do that and try your luck, or you could just buy the ship outright. Me personally, I would rather just pony up and pay for what I want rather than gambling and getting something I don't want. So that's my 2 cents on the containers. I mean, yeah, sure, you can buy the 10 container bundle. Be very close to getting a ship. You may not get one because, again, the pity count is 15. And then use the 10 tokens to go get the 30% off coupon. You can then go get like a San Diego at a discounted price, but you kind of already paid for it because you bought 30 containers in the first place. I'm sorry, because you bought 10 containers in the first place. So yeah, I would just, again, guys, get what you want. That you are guaranteed to get what you want if you click buy on it in the armory, rather than gambling for it on the containers. That's typically what I advise when you have the option of buying something outright or gambling for it. If you do just pick up some Black Friday containers and you manage to get the ship that you want, congratulations! I'm super happy for you. I just personally wouldn't really recommend doing that. So that's my 2 cents on the containers. So guys, that is my Black Friday buying guide. What do you guys think in the comments down below? What ships are you looking to pick up for this Black Friday, if any at all? Are you just giving the event a wide berth? Let me know all that jazz in the comments down below. Hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.